Before the lunch break, we have seen how to create a measure. I hope you understood what is the usage and what is the purpose of measures instead of creating a formula, instead of creating an extra column. So what that measure will do is measure doesn't create an extra column, it's virtually created so that I can use this in multiple areas. I can use this particular measure in a multiple areas. For example, just now we have created, before the lunch break we have created this measure. How can I see the formula again? This is the measure which we have created, total revenue. Just click on the total revenue. Just click it. On the top, you can see the formula here. Or we should not call it as formula. We can see the DAX. Sum X, open bracket, invoice trans, comma, quantity into invoice cost. So, and we created a card and we have displayed it. Now, let us see one more measure. So, this is very simple. We have multiplied this quantity into invoice cost. We got the total revenue. That's very simple. But now, let me go to the table. There is a table called as product master. When I go to the table called as product master, in product master, I have a column called as invoice cost. While manufacturing a product, I have fixed a cost for it. This should be the cost. But while selling, while making an invoice, I would have increased the cost. I would have decreased the cost for a particular customer or particular time period. I would have increased. I would have decreased. So this total revenue is my actual total revenue. But we have some target for it. So I want to calculate this quantity not with the invoice cost. I want to multiply the quantity available in this invoice trans table. Invoice trans table, we have the quantity which has to be multiplied with the product master. In product master, I have unit cost. So we have to multiply this. Different. So I have quantity here, which we is in invoice. In product master, there is something called as unit cost. For a product A, assume I have fixed 10 rupees as the selling price. I have fixed in product master, this product is 10. But while selling, for some invoices, I would have increased the cost. Instead of 10, I would have sold it for 11. Or some invoices, I would have given a discount, I would have sold it for 9. So this, the cost is my actual cost. So actually, what is the cost I have given for invoice? But while in the product master, I fixed some cost, 9 or 10 or something. So, fixed cost. So now what we are going to do is, I want to multiply the quantity into that unit cost. Product master. So original cost. While selling the invoice, I would have given a different cost. But while fixing a product, I have fixed a cost. Now this quantity I want to multiply with the unit cost. That is a challenge. But still Power BI will do it. That's a advantage. That's the power of this Power BI. As he has told, every product it may vary. Every invoice it may vary. Same product, one invoice I would have given, as I told, 10. Instead of 10, I would have sold it for 11. Instead of 10, I would have sold it for 9. Or I would have sold it for 10 also. It may vary from invoice to invoice. It may vary from product to product. But still, Power BI will handle it. That's the power of using this Power BI. So we are going to create one more measure, which is impossible. Even you cannot create a separate column. You cannot use Power Query for this. Power Query, you can multiply 2 columns, select 2 columns, multiply if it is in the same table. But this is in different table. Quantity is in invoice trans table, and product master we have unit cost. 2 different tables we have to multiply and we have to get the output. Yes, this is the power of this Power BI. So while creating a measure, last session, knowingly, unknowingly, I placed the cursor in customer info and I created the measure. The measure was created under this customer info. Later I moved that measure into the invoice trans. Instead of doing it, copying and then later moving it, I'll place the cursor in invoice trans itself so that my measure will be created inside the invoice trans itself. Or you can create it anywhere. Still it will give you the right output. But for my convenience, I am placing the cursor on invoice trans. Go to the home tab. Under home tab, let us go to new measure. Go to home tab and click on new measure. So as I told, this is the power of using this measure and DAX. So let us go to the home tab. Let us click on new measure. As I indicated, this is impossible or very tough when you are using Power Query. Even in Excel also, it's very tough. Invoice to invoice, the cost may vary. Product to product, the cost may vary. But still, Power BI will work. So let us give a name for this measure. Let me give a name as target revenue. So I'm giving a name for my measure. Let it be target revenue, or you can give your own wish. Target revenue or planned revenue, your wish. The formula is that I should not say formula, I should say DAX. The DAX is sum x, open bracket. Sum x, open bracket, table. Which table? Let me tell you the first table, that is invoice trends. But one is available in invoice trends, another one is available in product master. No problem, we'll see that first. First, let me take the invoice trends. The table name is invoice trends. Sum x, invoice trends, very good. Comma, quantity, QTY. That's my column name, quantity. I selected that quantity column. Multiply. Here is the challenge. Multiply with what? I want to multiply with the unit cost which is available in the product table. Unfortunately, how can I get the unit cost here? I cannot press the unit cost here. If I press UI also, it's not opening here. I cannot do this. So, product master. So let me type PRO. No, you're not getting it. But all these tables are connected. Correct? It's related. Morning or afternoon we have seen it's all are connected. So it's related. So what we will do is very simple. Use a keyword called as related. There is a DAX called as related. Just type this word called as related. Related. Select that related. Open bracket. That's all. All the column which is related to the table, all the columns from other 8 tables will be displayed here. All the other columns from 8 tables, all the 8 tables will be displayed. That's the power of connection. That's the power of creating the relationship. Now you can see that product master invoice, product master unit cost is available here. Yes. So this is how you can get the data from some other table. You can add, multiply, divide the column, one column from one table to another column from another table. That's the power of creating the relationship. So now let me select that unit cost. Close bracket 1. The first bracket is for closing that related. Still the table is not closed because we have to close that sum x also. Second bracket. 2 bracket has to be closed since we have two DAX. One is sum x, another one is related. That's it. Now press enter and insert a card and tell me whether we are above the target or less than the target. Whether my total revenue is above the target or total revenue is below the target. Above the target. What is the target value? 45 crores. Superb. Very good. So let us press enter to accept this. And one small tip is, for example, for this card, let me do some formatting. I think I didn't do the formatting. Let us go to format. Let us go to category label. I switch off the category label. General title. I will give some title here. This is my total revenue. I'm giving total revenue. It has bolder. Background color. Text color is white. Background color. Yes. So first card I did some formatting. I will show it. One minute. Let me put it and I will show you that. First let me finish up the formatting shadow. So I have inserted a card and I did some formatting. I will show you the DAX again. Before that, I want the same formatting for this target revenue also. Instead of inserting a card and format painter, you can copy and paste this also. Control C, Control V. I copy the card and paste the card. Then what you do is, instead of the total revenue, I will drag the target revenue. Remove the total revenue and drag the target revenue here. Yes. Same color background and formatting will be maintained there. So instead of target total revenue, I dragged the target revenue and you can change the title. You can change the title. General, title, this is my target. You can put the comma separators. Sorry, target spelling mistake. T. Spelling mistake. No? Any error? Got it? What is it? You didn't close the bracket? Card is that. Card. I'll copy and paste this card. I'll insert a new card. Target revenue. Target revenue. Change it to a normal one. Format, display units, display all of the. Correct, sir. Now, change the title properly. This is target. We will see a new visual. Before seeing the new visual, I want you to try this. Insert or create a measure. You have to create a measure. What is the name of the measure? Let us give a name as profit margin. That's the name of the measure. And what's the formula? Formula is very simple. Total revenue subtracted by target revenue. So this is the formula. Total revenue minus target revenue. Later insert a card and display that profit margin. Inside the card, display the profit margin. It should be positive because already we have seen here it's 45 crores, here it is 47 crores. So we have profit. Approximately it will be 2 crores or 1 crore, 1 point something crores. So I want you to do this. Create a measure and the measure name is profit margin. The formula is simple, total revenue minus target revenue. After that insert a card and display that profit margin inside a card. Yes, please. Try. I think it's easier. You can do it. I have confidence. I am sure that you can do this. Just try. If you are not able to get it, no worries. I will help you. But first try. Done. What is the value? Gross. 2 gross? 73 lakhs. Okay. You are not confident, put a comma separator. Go to the format and put the currency or comma separators also. That you can understand easily if you put a comma separators. Okay, I hope a few people has did it. Let me try here. So I place the cursor on the invoice trans itself so that my measure will be created in the same table. Otherwise, it would have created in some other table. Later, you have to move it. So that's the reason I place the cursor on invoice trans. Go to the home table, home tab, and go to new measure. So go to home tab, new measure. What's the name of the measure? Let us give a name. The name of the measure is profit margin. So I'm giving the name as profit margin. And what's the formula? Is equal to total revenue. Already we have created a DAX or measure for total revenue. So no need for putting a sum X again, because already there is a measure available called as total revenue. So let us select the total revenue minus, already there is a measure for target revenue. So let us select the target revenue. So profit margin is equal to total revenue subtracted by target revenue. Total revenue minus target revenue. Since we have already created a formula for total revenue, we already created a formula for target revenue. Enter to accept it. Now let me copy and paste this card. One more copy of this card. I'll take a copy of this card. The same card I want to take a copy. Control C, Control V. I took a copy of the card. Now instead of the target revenue, let us drag the profit margin here. I have dragged the profit margin and change the title. Format, general, title. The title is profit margin. Okay. Always the presentation is more important. I can create many measure like this. Organizing and presentation is more important. For an example, so I have three cards here. One card is total revenue, second card is target revenue, third card is profit margin. So assume my cards are not arranged properly. So for example, one card is here, one card is there, one card is there. I want to arrange everything properly. And between the first card and second card, we have more space. Between the second card and third card, there is a less space. So I want to organize it properly. So it's better, as I told, presenting is more vital. You would have gotten more formulas and functions in the background. No one will worry about it. How you present it, that's more vital here. So let me select these three cards. I'll select all the three cards. Control key, select all the three cards. Go to format. Go to format. Align. Go to format. Align. I want top of all the cards should be in the same position. Top, everything should be aligned in the same position on the top. So let us say top. You can see all top of your card is aligned properly. Top of all the cards. So you can see top here, top here, top. Everything is aligned properly. Then go to align. Distribute horizontally. So that there will be even gap, equal gap between the cards. First card to the second card to the third card, you can see the gap is equal. So align, and you can say distribute horizontally. If the cards are vertical, then you can say distribute vertically. So top to bottom, I have one card here, one card here, one card here, one card here. Then you can say distribute vertically. So here distribute horizontally. So all the three cards, the space is even between the first card and second card, and between the second card and third card. So aligning is very vital. Right. You would have used some X. Already some X is there, right? Don't use some X. Just total revenue minus target revenue. Don't use some X. Both some X you have to use. Same formula. The total revenue, what is the formula you use? Sum X of open bracket, invoice trans, comma, quantity into that. Into subtracted, once more sum X is the same form. Related. Which is not required. Already we found it. Why to do that? No, he would have written sum X straight away total revenue minus target revenue. He would have not written the entire formula. He would have just written sum X of total revenue minus target revenue. That's not the right one. we have to finish table and matrix. Drill through one AI tool. Now you got it? So that's the reason. Sir? Zero. You are going under last. Last group around zero. Show me the formula, sir. Show me the profit margin formula. Target. What is the total? Total revenue no need for related. Right? ஆமா ரெண்டு ஒரே ஃபார்முலா தெரியும். Now, yesterday we have used this visual. Indirectly, we used this visual. While creating the parameter, I think we used this visual. Now, we will insert this visual. Place the cursor on some empty area. Row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth row. Row number 5, third one. Row number 5, third one. Slicer. In fifth row, third one, we have a slicer. Place the cursor in an empty area. Fifth row, third one, we have a slicer. So let me click on the slicer. In slicer, let us bring, for example, I'll bring the product category. When you go to the table called as product category, we have list of product categories. So product category, let us bring the category. Let us bring the category into the slicer field area, this field area. So first we have inserted a slicer, then go to the product category table. Let us bring the category into the field area. So we have list of category: braking system, electrical, electronics, engine and fuel system, suspension and transmission. So let us select the transmission. When we select transmission, this is the total revenue for transmission. This is the target revenue. This is the profit margin for the transmission. For the suspension, it shows the both. It shows everything for suspension. Engine, yes. Electrical and electronics, yes. Braking system, unfortunately, it's going under loss. So this one is all the other things are profit, where we can see it shows the profit margin here. So based on whatever you select, it shows what is the total revenue, what is the target revenue, what is the profit margin, based on whatever you select. Okay. Now, what I want you all to try, I want you to do a conditional formatting for this profit margin card. What is the conditional formatting? I want you to do this. If it is a profit, then green color. Then the color should be green. If it is a loss, that if it is a negative. Profit means positive is profit, negative is loss, correct? So if it is a loss, then it should be red. So apply a conditional formatting for this card. Yesterday we did it. So I want you to try, just to try. Try and fail. If you are not getting, I will help you. So when I select the braking system, it should be red because it's loss. If I select the other things, electricals, engine and suspension, transmission, it should be green because that's all profit. So if I select the braking system, it should be loss because it's red. It should be red because it's loss. So just to try. Try to do a conditional formatting for the card. For card. Profit is green, loss is red. Try. 1 minute or 2 minutes you can try. If you are not able to get it, I will help. This we did it yesterday. More than 650 is green. Lesser than 650 is red. But it's not 650 here. It's positive or loss. Simple. More than 0 is green. Less than 0 is red. More than 0 means profit. Less than 0 is loss. Done? Okay. Let me try this. Select this card. Profit margin card. Format. Call out value, whether you want a background color or a font color. If you want a font color, you have to go to call out value and go to color FX, next to the color FX. Or if you want to change the background color, then go to general, FX, EFFECTS, FX, background, FX. But I will put a font color. So let me go to visual, call out value, FX. FX. Click on FX. It says gradient. No, it's not gradient. Let us go to rules. Minimum to 0. Correct. From minimum, lowest till 0. Till 0 is negative. Lowest means it can be negative 1 lakh, 1 crore, millions or anything. Negative to till 0, until 0. I want a red. First condition. New rules. Second is from 0, starting above 0, greater than 0, above 0, greater than or equal to from 0 till what? I don't know which should be my highest slab. Could you tell me how can I get, instead of 0, I want the maximum value here. How could I get the maximum value? So instead we can just delete that 0. If you delete that 0, it automatically shows me the max. So just delete it. It takes as max. If you want to fix it, you can type it. But I think it's not required to be fixed. I don't know which can be maximum. Anything. It can be 1 crore, 2 crore, 3 crore. Anything. It should be green. So until the maximum, it should have a green. So minimum to 0 is red. 0 to maximum, highest, till the last, topmost, it should be red. Let me try this. Yes, it's green. Because overall 2 crore is my profit. When I select transmission, it's green. Suspension, green. Engine, green. Electrical and electronics, green. Braking system, red. Because it's loss. So based on my selection, the colors are changing. Okay. Select the card, format, visual, color FX. This is the condition. Rules. Minimum to 0 is red, 0 to max is green. Okay. Let us insert another new visual. To know the actual versus target. Actual, this is my total revenue is my actual. Target revenue is my plan. That is target. So I want to insert a visual. Row number 1, 2, 3, 4th row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth one, gauge. Like a speedometer, before the card, gauge. Place the cursor on some empty area. Click on that gauge. So let us click on that gauge, the last but one in this fourth row, before the card. So click on that gauge. So let me click on gauge, and I will increase the height and width for this gauge to have a better view. Now, in gauge, value, minimum, maximum, target. Minimum, of course, system will take. Maximum also system will take. Even we can fix the minimum and maximum also. Let us see how to fix our own minimum and maximum. Value. In value is the actual value. You have to put the actual value. Actual value is my total revenue. So let us bring the total revenue into the value. The next one, target value. Of course, the name itself says target value. Target revenue into the target value. So let us bring the target revenue into the target value. Yes. You will see a needle. Above this needle, if you have gone beyond the needle, this is my target. My target is 452 millions. So we have achieved 479 million. So it's above the target. So I select the transmission. Yes. The target is 57, but we got 61. 100, 107. Engine is 36, 39. Electrical is 207. We achieved 223. Braking, you can see the target is 51, but we achieved only 47. It's not crossed the needle. If it is before the needle, then it means it has crossed the needle, means it's above the target. If it doesn't cross the needle, it's below the target. We'll do some formatting on this also. So insert a gauge, select the gauge, and drag the total revenue into the value area and target revenue into the target value area. We'll do a small thing which I want you to try. Normally people prefers to bring the gauge at the last position here. We'll see how to bring the gauge here. We'll see it in another few minutes. Before that, at least I want this from your side. Maybe this gauge color. Same condition. What is the condition you applied for the profit margin? Same condition. The gauge color should be green if the profit margin is positive. The gauge color should be red if the profit margin is negative. At least you try this. The gauge color should change. If you have gone above the target, that is, if it is profit is positive. If profit is positive, I want a green color gauge. If profit is loss, I want a red color gauge. Just to try. Same condition, no difference. What's the condition you applied for the card? Same condition I want you to apply for this gauge also. Same condition. One minute. Try. You have to take profit margin as your conditional formatting value. What he said is correct. Let me select this gauge. Format, color, fill color, target color. Target color is this needle color, the target value color. So let me go to the fill color, FX. But the fill color, it says gradient. No, it's not gradient. Let us say rules. But this rules is based on the total revenue. No. The rules is not based on the total revenue. Rules should be based on the profit margin. If the profit margin is positive, I want a green. If profit margin is negative, I want a red. So instead of total revenue here, select that profit margin. If you are not able to find it, click and type here. So let me type PRO. So profit margin. So I want to do a conditional formatting for profit margin, not for the total revenue or target revenue. So profit margin, minimum to 0, same thing, red. New rules, 0 to max. Delete that 0. So minimum to 0 is red, 0 to maximum is green. Okay. Okay. So it's green. Braking system, red. Electrical electronics, green. Engine and fuel, green. Suspension, green. Transmission, green. Only the braking system is red. We'll see how to bring the gauge at the last. That's not mandatory, but we'll try. Done? That's gradient. That is gradient. You can go 3 colors, red, green and yellow. Instead of rules, put a gradient. Based on your value, the color will increase or decrease. Red, green, yellow. Yesterday we did it. Gradient. But gradient you cannot check more than negatives or positives. Green will gradually turn into yellow, yellow will gradually turn into red. That's how the color will be. Mixture of 3 colors. Select this gauge and go to format. I recommend this data label is not required. What is the data label? This minimum 0 millions, the maximum is 958, which is not required. So I will switch off this data label. I don't want the minimum and maximum value to be displayed. I want target or actual value to be displayed. I switch off the data label. Target label, go to target label. Make the display units as none, or you can go to search box and do it also. Target label, I'll make the display units as none so that exact value is displayed here. Same like call out value, display units as none. So both the things I made the display units as none. So what are all the things available above the blue color needle? That is my target. Here what displayed here is my actual. But still we'll do one small changes. But that's not mandatory. But people prefers to do that. For example, normally we are in a good speed. To know that I want my the gauge should come here. I want the gauge should be displayed somewhere else here. So not here, middle of this. I want the gauge should be displayed somewhere else here. So let us create a measure. So here system is taking that maximum and minimum. When I select the gauge and go to the build visual, so the minimum and maximum is automatically fixed by Power BI, but we are going to fix it now. So let us create a measure. Place the cursor on invoice trans table. Go to home tab, new measure. So what's the purpose of this measure is to fix the maximum value for my gauge. That should change based on the value. If I select the braking system, the maximum value should be different. If I select the electrical, the maximum value should be different. Based on my revenue, I want the gauge maximum value should get changed. So what we will do is we'll create a measure. Maybe the name of the measure is max of gauge. I am giving a name called as max of gauge. Total revenue. Select that measure called as total revenue. Maybe I want to calculate 10% from my total revenue. Out of the total revenue, I want to calculate 10% into total revenue. So I can say into 1.10, which will give you 10% plus the total revenue. Out of total revenue, 10% more. If it is 1000, 1100 will be my max of gauge. If it is 2000, it will be 2200 will be the maximum of my gauge. So 10%. So I can say 1.10. If you want 20%, you can say 1.20 also. So I'm fixing it as 10%. Enter. So there is a measure created called as max of gauge. Select this gauge and drag this max of gauge to the maximum value. Drag this max of gauge to the maximum value. So just we'll drag it to the maximum value. Yes. My gauge comes here. Most of the people, it's not, as I told, it's not mandatory. Some people likes to see the gauge like this. That means we are in a good speed. I want the gauge at the last. So based on your selection, your gauge maximum value is getting changed. Optional. As I told, it's not mandatory. This is optional. If you want, you can do this. So we have created a measure for fixing the maximum value. That is total revenue into 10% into 1.10. 1.10 will calculate 10% of my total revenue. Okay. Right. Let us explore some new measure. I think this page is done. So let me give some meaningful name for this page. I think this is not a page one. Double click and I'll give a name. Name of the page may be the home page. So I given a name called as home page. So click on this plus symbol. I will add a new page. Now you are going to try this. I want you to insert a donut chart. Next to the pie chart, you can see the donut chart. Region name wise, sum of total revenue. This is the chart which I want. Try. Insert a donut, region name wise, sum of total revenue. Okay. Region name wise, what is the sum of total revenue? Donut. Very good. I think it's very simple. You already know pie chart, but same thing. Pie chart and donut charts, most of the things are similar. So let me do this. Place the cursor on some empty area. Donut. Let me click on donut. Increase the item width. Region name. Let me go to the search box because I don't know where is that region name on my columns. There are so many columns, so many sheets. So let us go to the search box and I type REG. Region name. Yes, the region name is here. Drag that region name into the legend. Search box. Total revenue. Values. Yes. We got region wise. What is my total revenue? Donut. Similar to pie chart. So I need some space. So let us put this legend at the bottom. Format. Legend. Bottom center. So we got a donut chart. Total revenue by each region. South region, North region, East region, West region, Central region. Place the cursor on some empty area. Before inserting the next visual, you have to activate an option. What is the option you are going to activate is file. Please activate this, otherwise next visual may not work. File. What's the visual we will explore? File. options and settings. Go to file, options and settings. Options, file, options and settings, options. It's opening a new dialog box. File, options and settings, options. Security. Go to security. Under security, there are various options. Native database query, certificate renovation. So just scroll down and you can find the option called as use map and field map, which is by default unchecked. The map and field map would have been unchecked. You have to check that. Please check that option. Check that option. Map and field map, which has to be selected, which has to be checked. So I think in my system, I already checked it. If you have not checked it, please check that. Please select that option. So I think I have already selected it. If you are not selected, please select it. And I say, okay. There are two types of map and one upgraded map, which just has happened in September month it has happened. We'll see that. Let us go with the traditional map, then we'll see the new map. Place the cursor on some empty area. Row number 1, 2, 3, fourth row, third one. Fourth row, third one. There is a field map, there is a bubble map. We'll see both. First, let us start with the field map. Fourth row, third one. Fourth row, third one. Click on field map. So let me click on field map. And I think in our database, we have something called as country, state name. You would have seen that we have only one country, that's India. If you have multiple country, we can bring the country also. But we have only India database in our source data. So let us take the state names. So in the search box, I'm typing state name. Drag the state name into the location area. So, and your Wi-Fi has to be connected based on what are all the state name you have it on your database. It was highlighted here. It is asking to upgrade. Please wait. This is a new one. Upgrade is the new one in the latest version of September month. We'll see how to upgrade it. Before that, we will do some other activity, then we'll upgrade it. So based on what are all the data you have it on your source Excel sheet. If I open the Excel sheet, that source table, the business transaction, I don't know in which sheet the state names are available. Geography data. Here you can see all the state name, Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Bihar. So this state names was highlighted there. This is the state name which was highlighted. Okay, now we'll do some conditional formatting. Select this map. We have dragged the state name to the location, then total revenue. So I want to know each state. This is the power of this total revenue. Total revenue, we have created only one DAX. Now, based on the DAX total revenue, we found region-wise what is the total revenue, even state-wise total revenue, city-wise, anything you can do it. That's the power of that measure. So, let us drag the total revenue and drop it to the tooltip area on this map. So, let me drag the total revenue to the tooltip area on the map. You would have got some flash. Some flash has happened in the map, no worries. What this has done is, when I place the cursor here, and you can see when I place the cursor near to Tamil Nadu, it says, Tamil Nadu, what is my total revenue? Karnataka, what is my total revenue? Andhra Pradesh, what is my total revenue? Maharashtra, what is my total revenue? Like this, when I place the cursor on each state, Rajasthan, and it shows the revenue for each and every states. But still, it's not over. We have to do one more. So we have inserted a map, field map, then dragged the state name into the location and drag the tooltip, total revenue into tooltip. I want to give some color. If my revenue is more, I want to give a green. If the revenue is somewhat in a middle, yellow. If the revenue is lowest, red. Same thing, what we did yesterday. Heat map. Select this map. Format your visual. Select the map, format your visual. Fill color. Select the map, format your visual. Fill color. Click on that fill color. Fill color. FX. There is FX. next to the color FX. I think let us go for gradient itself. Gradient. And it's asking the gradient is based on the state name. No. Gradient is not based on the state name. The gradient we have to give the color based on total revenue. Very good. Select the total revenue here. Because the red or green is based on the revenue. If the revenue is more, I want green. So let us select total revenue. Lowest. I think we did this yesterday also. I'm doing it again. So lowest value, let us say red again. Middle color, let us put an yellow. Highest value, let us say green as usual. So red, green and red, yellow and green. Lowest is red, middle is yellow, highest is green. Say okay. Based on my revenue, the colors was changed as expected. I think Maharashtra is having more revenues. After Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh is having better revenue. Greens, wherever it's red, it's lesser. Yellow, maybe an average. So selected the color, fill color, and we gone to FX. Under FX, based on the revenue, we are given the gradient. Lowest is red, middle is yellow, highest is green. Okay. But there is a reason behind why I inserted this donut. For example, this is my north region in my donut. Just to click on that north region, it automatically zooms out and it shows only the chart or map for north region. I select south. Shows the map for south. So based on whatever the region, I select it on my donut. This is the power of this Power BI. Interactive, one visual to another visual. So based on my selection, it's interacting. Once again, click on the same region to come back. Okay. The map what we have seen is the filled map. Here we had only one country detail. Suppose we have multiple countries, you can create a map for multiple countries also. This is one map, that's a filled map. Can I make this as bubble? Bubble means based on your value, the bubble size will increase or decrease. If in Maharashtra we have more sales, so we have bigger bubble with green color. We have lower sales, red color with a small bubble. So how can I convert this chart into a bubble chart? Same chart into a bubble chart. Or you can create one more chart also. So let us make the same chart into a bubble chart. Select the chart, select the map, format. Before this filled map, select this map, go to the build visual. Below that build visual, already we have selected this filled map. Let me select this bubble map. The name says map. I think exact name is bubble map. So you can see a bubbles. Based on your value, the bubble size will increase or decrease. If the value is more, you will get a bigger bubble. If the value is lesser, you will see a smaller bubble. Same. We are given the same formatting, right? Which you prefer or which you like? Bubble or filled? Filled is okay. Filled. And you can upgrade it to latest map, Azure map. Azure, where is that Azure map is next to that. This is Azure map. If you want to upgrade it to Azure map, or if you like this, you can leave it. Or I want to upgrade it to upgrade means maybe the presentation, the colors looks much better in the upgraded map. Or if you're satisfied with this, you can say okay. Or you can click on upgrade, where your map will get upgraded to a latest map, latest formatting map. That's all. You will have a different types of formatting and other options. So this one is upgraded map, Azure map, upgraded Azure map. Not 4, 3, mixture of 3 colors. Yeah, it's a what? It's a heat map. Green, dark green, red, yellow, darker yellow, orange. Actually, three colors. It's a gradient of three colors, mixture of colors. Now let us discuss about how to find top 10, bottom 10. Save the file. I didn't save it after the break. Yes. We'll see about a new visual next. New visual, not new visual. We explored the visual yesterday, and we have to see about probably about table matrix, drill through. Possibly, if time permits, we'll see about waterfall, some AI tools. But challenges today we have to complete it maximum by 4 because you have after 4 o'clock you have post test feedback. So target. So approximately we have another 1.5 hours including the break. Right, let me place the cursor on some empty area. Let us create one more visual. Maybe I think we explored this visual yesterday itself. That is my bar chart. To find the top 10, I think bar chart looks good, or even you can go for this funnel also. Funnel probably will see it in another few minutes, time permits. Let me place the cursor on some empty area. And I click on the clustered bar chart. I selected the clustered bar chart. Customer name wise. Let us drag the customer name. Customer name. Let me drag that customer name and drop it to Y. Total revenue. Let us bring the total revenue to X. Customer name wise, sum of total revenue. Customer name we are bringing into the Y-axis. Total revenue into X-axis. Same thing what we did earlier. So each customer wise, what is the sum of total revenue? It shows all my customers. We have hundreds of customers, top to bottom. Who is my top? It doesn't show top. It shows all the customers. But could you tell me how can I maintain the same color? Highest should be green, middle should be yellow, the lowest should be red. I want to give the same color for this map. So whatever the color we have given it for the map, I want the same color for the bar chart. Sorry. Yes. Format painter. Very good. Sorry. Let me do that. Format painter. Select this map. Format painter. Select this bar chart. The highest is in green and middle is yellow. You can see gradually the colors are changing. Lowest is red. Format painter. Select the map, format painter, and select this bar chart. So the same format is copied and pasted. That's in the map or in this? In this chapter. That's our next chapter. First we will finish off the top 10. We'll finish off the top 10 and then we'll do it. Now, I'm getting all the customer details. I don't want all the customer because I may have hundreds and thousands of customers. I don't want all the customer. I want only the top 10 customers. And what he has told us, same thing. Based on the top 10, if I select the south region, it should show the top 10 only for the south region. If I select the north region, it should show me the top 10 for north region. First, let us see how to bring the top 10. Select this bar chart. First time, I think we have discussed this yesterday, but we didn't use it. Go to the filter. Expand the filter. Select the bar chart. Because bar chart, I want to bring the top 10. Select the bar chart and expand the filter. Under the filter, 3 types of filtering is possible. Filter on this visual, filter on this page, filter on all the pages. First, let us start with this filter on this visual. Filter on this visual. So I select that filter on this visual And what do you want to filter? Customer name or total revenue. Let us select the customer name. Expand that customer name. Expand it. And it's asking filter type. What's the type of filter? A basic filter. No, I don't want basic filter. Let me click here. And I go for top N. Top N. So don't select basic filter. Select top N. Top, or I don't want top N, I want the bottom, least, lowest, rejection, defects. In that case, you can go for bottom. So let us go for top. How many? 10. I want top 10. I want top 10 by value. So if you want top 10, okay. But based on what you want the top 10? Based on total revenue. Who has given more revenue, they are my top customer. Or who has given more invoices, there is my top customer. Means you can bring the invoice number also. But let us take the revenue. Who has given more revenue is my top customer. So let us drag the total revenue. This total revenue we are dragging and dropping into this by value area. By value area. Drag the total revenue into the by value area. Apply filter. Yes. Now it shows only the top 10 customers. Earlier it shows all the customers. Now it's showing only the top 10. I repeat the entire process again. So it looks like this earlier. Earlier my filter was collapsed. I expanded that filter. Select this bar chart. Expand the customer name. And instead of basic filter, make it as top N. Top 10 and drag the total revenue into by value area. That's it. Apply filter. Got top 10 customer, overall top 10 customers. But for example, if I select North region, in map we are getting North region map, that's okay. But here you can notice, out of the top 10, this 3 customer, 1, 2, 3, this 3 customer belongs to North region. Similarly, when I select South, out of top 10, I think there is no customer in this South region. So it's not filtering, actually it is highlighting. Even yesterday it told this option we are going to see it tomorrow while finding the top 10. It's a little bit complex concept, but if you understand it will be easier. What is the feature here we are going to use? Yesterday we did this. When I click on one visual, another visual has to be filtered. But sometime it will not filter, it will highlight. What is the feature we used it yesterday? Select this. You forgot. Format. Edit interaction. Edit interaction. Yesterday we did this. When you click on one pie chart, what should happen to a column chart? Whether it should be filtered, whether it should be highlighted. So select this donut chart and go to edit interaction. On top of the visuals, you can see 2 options. But forget about that bar chart, it's already filtering. But this column chart, bar chart, it's not filtering. So it's highlighting. But I want to filter. Switch on that filter. Switch on the filter. Now switch off the edit interaction, but our purpose is over, so switch off the edit interaction. Now let me select North. Yes, we are getting top 10 customer for North. South, top 10 for South. So based on your selection, the top 10s are changing. Select this donut, format, edit interaction, filter. Switch on the filter for this bar chart. Bar chart filter should be switched on. First select the donut. After selecting the donut, go to format, under format, edit interaction. This is our first step. This is our second step. And this is our third step. Fourth, once again switch off that edit interaction. Go back and switch off the edit interaction again. That's all. Based on the selection, it shows the top 10 for each region wise. Okay. Let me collapse this filter. Visuals are interactive within the pages. Can I interact between one page to another page? Here, when I select the region, the map is showing that region wise detail, and I'm getting the top 10 for that region. That is fine and simple. But can I interact between one page to another page? For example, here I have customer detail. Let me take some customer. For example, I'll select this Express Motors. Their total revenue is 1 crore 9 lakhs 54,965.50. I want to see this detail in some other page. I want to see this detail in some other page. Similarly, if I go to another customer, Emerald Commercial Vehicles. So, this details I want to see it. So, one file to one page to another page interaction. One is you can interact a page. Second one is we can bring the page here. Page within a page. We can interact between the page or we can bring the page. We'll see both. We'll see both. So first let us give some meaningful name for this page. It's a page 1. So I'll give some meaningful name. I think this page we have top 10 customers. This page is just designed for displaying the top 10 customers. Okay. Then let us add a new page. For the first time, we are going to insert one more visual. The visual is, always we will not display the charts. Sometimes it's better to display the tables, columns and rows like Excel table. Two types of table, normal table, matrix. We'll see both. Normal table. Place the cursor on some empty area. Row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth row, fourth one. Fifth row, fourth one. That is table. Go to the fifth row and select the fourth one, table. And I recommend to have some empty space on the top. Please do have some empty space on the top. There is a reason behind it. I will tell you what's the reason behind. What is the reason I asked you to give some empty space. I will explain it. So, empty space on the top. Let me increase the height and width of this. And I want to display some columns here. And this is another advantage of using this Power BI. We can get the columns from any sheet. Out of the 9 sheet, we can get the data from any sheet. That's a power. In Excel, we have to use so many VLOOKUPs to get the data from different sheets. But straight away, you can get it here. For example, first I want the invoice number. Let us go to the search box. And I bring the invoice number to the columns. So we are bringing the invoice number. So all the invoice numbers are displayed. But actually, it should display the particular customer invoice number. We'll see how to interact it. We'll see that first we'll create the table. I drag the invoice number here. Then let us drag the invoice date. Where is that? Invoice date. So select this table. I select the table here. First I dragged the invoice number. Then in the same table, below that column number, invoice number, let me bring the invoice date. So invoice date is displayed like this. Year 2022, quarter 4, October 1. Actually, what is this date? This is 1st October 2022. I don't like my date to be displayed like this. Year, quarter, month, day. I want the date to be as a date. 1st October 2022. So, first we have dragged the invoice number, then we have dragged the invoice date. Go to the invoice date. There is an arrow mark in this invoice date. There is an arrow mark. Expand that arrow mark and change it to, instead of date hierarchy, make it as invoice date. That's it. It exactly shows that invoice date. 01 October 2022. But if I don't like this date format, so we got the invoice number, we got the invoice date, but I don't like this invoice date. I don't want 1st October, I want just 110 or 1 OCT 2022. What is the day? whether it's a Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or Friday. I want to change the format. Select this table, format your visual. I think we did this yesterday also. Format your visual, general, data format. Select this table, go to format your visual, general, data format. It's asking, do you want to change the format of the invoice number? No, I don't want to change the format of the invoice number. I want to change the format of the invoice date. So instead of invoice number, select invoice date. And what is the format you want? When you select the invoice date and you click on the format, there are various types of date format. Various types of date format. There are so many date formats are available here. As per your wish, you can select any one of the date format. But if you are not satisfied with any one of the date format, if you are not satisfied with any one of the date format, then we can create our own date format by going to custom. So if you are satisfied with the date format, you can select it. If you are not satisfied, go to that custom. On the bottom, it says what is your format code. Let me type our format code. D. If I type 1D, first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day. If I type 2D, it will show you 01, 02, 03. 01, 02, 03. And what do you want after the date? Whether you want a dot, or whether you want a slash, or you want hyphen, your wish. Or even you can give a space also. Let me put a hyphen. Don't type small m. Small m indicates minutes. So you have to put capital M. Capital M indicates months. M, 1M will show you 1, 2, 3. January is 1, February is 2, March is 3. 2M, 01, 02, 03. 3M, JAN, FEB, MAR. 4M, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Your wish. Let me put 2M here. Hyphen. Y, 2Y for 25. Or I want 3 or 4Y for 20, 25. Let me put a comma. 3 Ds. 1, 2, 3. For getting Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. SUN, MON, TUE, WD. You can see here SAT, SUN, MON. Or if you want fully, add one more D. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Your wish. Let me put 3 Ds. Enter. So we got our own preferred invoice date format. So it looks like a normal Excel table. So we got invoice number, we got invoice date, and what are all the other columns you are going to bring it here. For example, let me bring the product name. Which product we have sold to that customer. I want that product name to be displayed. Go to this first button, add data to your visual. Click on this, select the visual. Go to the add data to your visual. And bring the product name to the column again below the invoice date. So I have invoice number, I have invoice date, I have product name. And what next to what I want? Quantity. Let us say QTY. Quantity. I'll bring the quantity here. And maybe I want the invoice cost. Let us bring the invoice cost. And maybe the total revenue. Let us bring the total revenue also. So like this, whatever the column. I'm getting the data from different columns. Invoice number, date is available in some other column. And product name may be in some other table. Quantity may be in some other table. Total revenue can be in some other table. Invoice cost may be in some other table. So you can get the data from any table here. That's the advantage of this relationship. Next we'll do some conditional formatting. Finally, we'll see how to connect this table with the previous page. One is connection, another one is we can bring the page there itself. Got some 5 or 6 columns. Invoice number, invoice date, product code, sum of quantity, sum of invoice cost, and total revenue. Unfortunately, I don't want this quantity sum. I don't want this invoice cost sum. Total revenue sum is okay, but this invoice cost sum and this quantity sum or this invoice cost sum, I don't want it. So what I can do? Go to this sum of quantity, click on the arrow mark and say don't summarize. Don't summarize. Click on don't summarize. Yes, it shows only the quantity and you will not get the total on the bottom. Quantity total, I don't want it. Same like invoice cost. Don't summarize. Yes. So now we got only the invoice number, invoice date, product name, quantity, invoice cost, and total revenue. So every time you cannot display the chart. Sometimes displaying a table is also very important. You have to display the tables. Always you cannot display the charts. You have to display some tables. Next we will see about matrix also. How to create matrix, how to do some conditional formatting within this. Let us apply a small conditional formatting for the total revenue column. Select this table. Go to the total revenue. Click on the arrow mark of the total revenue. Conditional formatting. Background color, font color, data bar, icon, website, web and URL. Data bar, which we'll see it in another few minutes. Font color, background color, we already did it yesterday and today also. Let us go for the let us go for the icon sets, like emojis, icon sets. Click on icons, then rules, values. Yes, it's based on total revenue, correct? And where you want the icon, whether you want the icon on the left hand side of the column or right hand side of the column. Whether you want it on the left or you want it on the right. That's your wish. And whether you want it on top or bottom or middle, that's also your wish. Style. What is the styles of icon? There are different types of icon. Traffic signals, cell phone signals, star ratings, cell phone signal ratings. So many icons. For example, I will go with the last one. Green color check mark, yellow color exclamation mark, red color cross mark. You can select anything. I am selecting this. I select this, red, 0 to 33%, 33 to 67, 67 to 100. So since I have selected 3 icon, it is 33, 34, 33. If I selected 4 icon, how it will get the split? 25. 25, 25, 25. If I have 5 icon, 20, 20, 20. Your wish. So let me take some condition. For example, I want from 0 to, maybe instead of percent, let us make it as number. Instead of percent, I will make it as number. 0 to something like 10,000. 0 to 10,000. I want a red into mark. Just your wish. I am just giving an example here. 0 to 10,000. So 0 to 10,000 is red. Something 10,000. Instead of percent, let us make it as number. 10,000 to number something 50,000. So 0 to 10,000 we are getting a red cross mark. 10,000 to 50 I am getting a yellow exclamation. Percentage number more than 50,000. Actually 100% is equal to maximum. For example, instead of percentage, if I select number and delete that 100, this is maximum. This is same. Or you can say percentage 100 also. Both are same. 100% is equal to maximum amount. Maximum amount and 100% both are same. So let us go with the, even though if we say maximum number, it will consider as 100% only. Yes. Now let us say okay. Based on my value, the icon color has changed. Wherever my value is between 0 to 10,000, you will get a red. 10,000 to 50,000, you will get a yellow. More than 50,000, you will get a green. So go to the arrow mark of the total revenue and go to the conditional formatting icons. So this is the icon condition we have applied. You can see here, even though I selected maximum number, it has automatically turned into 100%. 100% is equal to maximum number. Both are same. Either you can say number max or 100%. Both are similar. After this, we'll see about matrix. Click on three dot. You see there is an option called as export data. It will be exported as a CSV. Then open it in Excel. CSV can be opened in Excel. One thing in Excel. Our BA Excel is gradually you have to migrate, sir. You have to come to the next level. Don't go back to Excel again. Come forward to Power BI. More than 15, 18 years, I'm living because of Microsoft Excel. But nowadays I'm saying stop using Excel, start using Power BI. Technology is changing, you have to adapt. Gradually, out of Excel, start using Power BI. Before creating the next visual, a small warning is don't select any one of the invoice number. For example, if I selected 2054, if I create next visual, only 2054 will get filtered. So please be careful. Either I have selected 2054, once again I want the data, select the same 2054 or click somewhere else outside on the empty area. Okay. So we'll create a new visual. Before that, can I sort this table? How do we do it in normal Excel? Yes, of course. I want this total revenue should be sorted in ascending order or in a descending order. Just to go to the top of this total revenue. Click. Yes. My table was sorted in a descending order. Highest revenue is coming on the top. Lowest revenue is coming on the bottom. One more click again. Reverse. Smallest to largest. So just to make a click on that column headings. Descending order. Same column headings again. Ascending order. I believe this is by default it is sorted as per the invoice number. So let us put the invoice number here. It is by default sorted by invoice number. So that's why I'm sorting it by invoice number again. Okay. Right. As I indicated, don't select any one of the invoice number. If I select any one of the invoice number, next visual will get filtered. You will not see the visual properly. So if you have selected some invoice number, once again select the invoice number again or click on the empty areas. Let us insert a matrix. Matrix is somewhat equivalent to a pivot table. This is a normal Excel sheet. Matrix is somewhat equivalent to a pivot table. Place the cursor on the empty area. Place the cursor on the empty area. Go to the build visual. Matrix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth one. Next to the table. Fifth row, fifth one. Matrix. Fifth row, fifth one. Place the cursor on some empty area. Click on this matrix. I click on matrix. Now, what's the report I want? You tell me how do we do it. I want to create a report. For example, product name wise, payment method wise, product name wise, payment method wise, sum of total revenue. So this is the report which I expect. When I inserted a matrix, I can see three options are available here. Row, column, value. And here also I can see three things. Product name, payment method, total revenue. Tell me, who are all well versed in or who are all using pivot table, you can tell me, where can I drag and drop the product, where can I drag and drop the payment, where can I drag and drop the total revenue. I have three options here and I have three columns here. Product should be in rows. Then payment method should be in column. Value and total revenue. Super. But why? Why can't we put the product name in columns and payment method in rows? What will happen? It will give you the wrong output.
Lots of payment products are there.
So the products are more. So better to have, if the values are more, try to have it in rows. Super. What you said is correct. We have more products, but payment method is very lesser. Always the highest value, the more values, try to have it in rows. The lesser value, try to have it in columns. That's a better one. So let us bring the product name. So I will bring the product name into rows. And payment method into columns. Let us bring the payment method into columns. Revenue into values. Yes. I can see a better report now. Yes. Like a pivot matrix. Next we will see one powerful feature, one magical feature. A powerful feature as well as a magical feature. First we will see the powerful feature. So in this sheet or in this page, I have two tables. One is a normal like Excel table. Second one is a matrix. Okay. Let us give some meaningful name for this table. I'm going to give some meaningful name. So instead of page 2, let us see some meaningful name. Let me give a name like customer details. So this is the table where I have all the customer details. Now what's our motive? What are we going to do? Yesterday we have seen about drill down. Now we are going to see about drill through. What is the drill through? For example, when I go to the previous sheet, top 10 customers, we have list of customer names. For example, let me take some customer. I will take the first customer, second customer, or third customer. Any one of the customer. The Krishna Motor, the total is 1 crore 47 lakhs 87,295.50. So when I click this and when I come to this page, I want only that customer details. I want only the invoice of that customer, invoice date, product name, quantity, and for that customer, not for the entire customer. So we are going to link between one page to another page. Linking between one page to another page. Second one, we'll see how to bring the page itself here. How to bring the page. We'll see both. First, how to link the page. Come to the customer details page. Just watch here. It's very simple but very powerful. Come to the customer details page. What are we going to link is, I'm going to link the customer name. When I select the customer name, it should go to that page and it should show only that customer details. Correct? So come to the customer details page. Place the cursor on some empty area. Please do place the cursor on some empty area. Customer name. Sorry. Customer name. You can see the customer name. Drag that customer name. Drop it to the add drill through field. There is a column, there is an option called as add drill through field. Add drill through field. So bring the customer name. So I want to link that customer name. So bring the customer name to the drill through field area. Drill through field area. Bring it to the drill through field area. Now, two things would have happened. Two things would have happened. First thing, you can see physically here, one arrow mark was created. I will tell you what is the purpose and what is the usage of this arrow mark. So when I go to that main customer page, when I go to the top 10 customer and go to some one of the customer, any one of the customer name, I'll make a, but while publishing, after publishing, it will straight away appear here. But we have not published it. So what I will do is right click on that customer name. Right click on the customer name. You can see there is an option called as drill through. Drill through. Drill through customer details. So automatically it comes here. Right click, drill through customer details. Before that, let me check. For an example, I will check with any one of the customer. For example, let me take this Express Motor Private Limited. It's 1 crore 9 lakhs 54 965.50. Right click, drill through customer details. 1 crore 9 lakhs 54,965. 1 crore 9 lakhs 54,965. So these are all the data belongs to that particular customer. But how do I know that this belongs to particular customer? That we'll see it in the next part. I repeat the entire process one more time. Place the cursor on the empty area of your customer details page. I want to link this customer name with this page. Place the cursor on some empty area. Drag the customer name and drop it to the drill through field here. Drill through field. So what would have happened? One is an arrow mark would have created. Second one, when I go to the main page here, make a right click on any one of the customer and you can see drill through, go to that customer details. Suppose only that customer details. This is linking between the page. How to bring the page here, that we'll see it in the next part. What is the purpose of this back button is to go back to my main screen again. To go back to the main screen. Since we have not published, if you have published it, very simple, you can click on the back button straight away. But since we have not published, you cannot click on the black button. You have to hold the control key and click on the back. Control and back. It goes back to the main page. Because this page, we are not going to show the page to my end user. We are going to hide it and we are going to publish it. We'll see it in another few minutes. So right click, go to drill through, go to that page. To come back, hold the control key and click it. It will come back to the main page. But how do I know that this data, when I go back to that page, anyway, I am making a right click. I am making a right click and I am going to drill through and I am going to the customer details and I am showing it here. But how do I know this data belongs to that particular customer? So I can display my customer name in a particular visual. Could you tell me which is the best visual to just display a name?
Card.
Card. Very good. Place the cursor on some empty area. Click on the card. Place the cursor on some empty area. Just insert a card. Card since yesterday, I think we inserted at least 4 or 5 times from yesterday. So inserted a card. Inside the card, drag the customer name field. Inside the field or inside the card. Customer name. So Emerald Commercial Vehicles. Let me check whether it's working. Go to the top 10. Right click on a particular customer. Drill through customer details. Yes, that customer name is displayed. This is drilling through. But how can I bring that customer there itself? How can I bring the report there itself? One more step. Select this card. We inserted a card and we have dragged the customer name to the card. But in the bottom it says something like first customer name, which is not required. Go to format. Category label. Switch off. Switch off the category label. So that the first customer name on the bottom is not displayed. So I know this data belongs to this particular Krishna Motors. Back button to go back to the main screen. Next, before the break, we'll see the next powerful feature. I think it will take 1 minute to see the powerful feature. Very simple, very powerful. Magical. You cannot say powerful, it's a magical feature. what we did is, when I make a right click, it's interacting between one page to another page. Assume that I don't like this. I don't want to interact one page to another page. I want to bring the page itself here. Bring the page. So go to the customer details page. Go to the customer details page. I think this also we discussed yesterday. I told you tomorrow we are going to do this. Today don't switch on this. Tomorrow we'll switch on this. Place the cursor on some empty area. Format your report page. Format your report page. Page information. Format your report page. Page information. Allow use as tooltip. Switch on that. In this which page? The customer details page. Come to the customer details page. Place the cursor on some empty area. Go to format your report page. Page information. Switch on that allow use as tooltip. Switch on. Switch on. Now you can see the magic here. When I go to the top 10 customer, no need to right click, just to place the cursor. Suppose I want to see this customer detail, place the cursor. It shows the report here. So it shows that customer report here itself. So no need to go there and check. You can see it here itself. So just to place the cursor over it, it shows that report. So based on that customer details. Unfortunately, you cannot scroll down. This you can display a table, you can display one chart with another chart also. So wherever you place the cursor, it shows only that customer details here. We got that customer details here. One is drill through and go to that page. Another one is we are bringing the page here. But unfortunately, you can use either one. Either you can go to drill through or you can use the tooltip. You cannot do both. For example, I'll make a right click and I go to drill through. It's not there now. So either right click drill through or bring that page here. If you want drill through should happen, then go to that customer details page. Place the cursor on empty area. Format your report page. Page information. Switch off that tooltip.
This will only display.
Better to put a chart. We'll put a chart and check it also. Next part. Next part we'll insert a chart and check. So now I switched off this tooltip. So now right click, drill through. So either you can use drill through or you can use tooltip. Either one of it. You cannot do both. You cannot do both. Okay. Done. So we'll see how to bring a chart inside this. Probably we'll see some one or two AI tools, and we'll see how to publish this report, and we'll see some other visuals. We'll see some other visuals. Approximately, excluding the break timings, we have only half an hour. We'll try to cover as much as possible. Save your files. I'll save this. We'll have a short break. After the break, we'll start with the next concept. As I told, we'll try to cover as much as possible. I am once again pausing the recording again. Yes. Before publishing, you have to hide this page and publish. We'll do one more small thing in this. For example, let me hide this. Right click on this customer details and I'll go for hide. So there is an option called as hide. You can hide the sheet. We'll see one more visual. So for example, let me take the region. So this region, I want to make a link. When I select the region, I should show a bar chart or a column chart for that particular region wise report. So let me insert one more new page. How we got this customer details is right click and drill through, or we can bring it here. Either you can make a right click and go to drill through, or you can use the tooltip and we can bring it here. Let us do the same process one more time in a different visual. So let me add a plus symbol. I'll add a new page. Let me add this new chart, maybe the stacked. I think we didn't explore about that stacked. We are used to only that clustered bar chart and clustered column chart. We didn't use the stacked bar chart and stacked column chart. You can use anything. Either you can use stacked bar chart or you can use the stacked column chart, anything. So let me start with stacked bar chart. I click on the stacked bar chart. I increase the height and width. Now let us take something like state name. So I'll bring the state name. Let us drag and drop the state name into x-axis. So we got the state name, and let us take the total revenue again. Remember, I'm using the total revenue in multiple visuals. Still, it's working very fast because we created this total revenue by measures. If you have not used the measure, then it will be very slower. So let us bring the total revenue into y-axis. So we got state-wise, what is my total revenue? Each state-wise, what is my total revenue? You can tell me this is somewhat equivalent to a bar chart. It's same like a bar chart. What is the difference between the stacked and clustered? So this one is what we did is the stacked. Stacked, what is the difference between stacked is we can split it here. For example, Maharashtra, this is my total revenue. But I want to know for Maharashtra, every year, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2020. Every year, what is my total? I want to split here itself. Split here. So, let us take the year. Invoice date year. Let me type invoice date. Under this, let me select the bar chart first. I select the bar chart. And let us go to the search box and I select the invoice date. Under the invoice date, you can see the year. Drag and drop the year to the legend area. Drag and drop the year to the legend area. So now we'll have the split. So 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. So we have the split here. For 2022, 23, 24, 25. Either you can display this as a bar chart or even you can display this as a column chart also. Andhra Pradesh, this is for 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. So this is the difference between the stack and, clustered and stacked. Cluster is one chart, but whereas in stack, we can have a split like this. We can have a split like this. And one more advantage in this stacked is, go to format. There is two options. Data label. Of course, we know what is the data label. Switch on the data label. It will display the value here. And there is one more option. Total label. It will display the grand total also. So for Andhra Pradesh, what is the total? For Arunachal Pradesh, what is the total? Year wise. Every year wise, what is the total? And overall, the grand total. So this is the advantage of the stacked. One above another. But we have dragged one more year. Now it will be sorted in an ascending order as per the city wise.
Is it possible to change the
Now, when you have multiple values, you cannot do this. If you have only one, for example, I don't have the invoice date. I have only like this. Then we can go to 3 dot. Then we can sort it. Then we can sort it by whatever, whether state wise or total revenue wise, ascending and descending. But here I have one more extra column here in the legend. So that we cannot, but default it will be in ascending order based on the name. So let us drag the year and bring it to legend. Now we are going to link this. We are going to link this. So we are state-wise, year-wise, what is my sum of total revenue? When I go to this top 10 customer sheet, when I place the cursor on this north region, I should show north region state-wise what is my revenue. That chart, we want to bring it here. How we bought this. When I place the customer, it's showing the customer-wise report or drill through. Right-click drill through or we can bring it here. So let us try the same process for this page also. This page also I am going to do the same process. Let us give a name for this page. Maybe I will give a name. This is for state-wise revenue. State-wise revenue. I am giving some meaningful name for this page. Now place the cursor on some empty area of this page. Place the cursor on some empty area. And place the cursor here and go to the data. Tell me, I want to bring something to this drill through. Last session, customer details, I dragged and dropped the customer name to the drill through. Now tell me, which field I have to drag and bring it to the drill through here? Very good. When I place the region here, it should link with the region. When I select the north region, it should show me the north region report. When I select south region, it should show me the south region report. What is said is correct. So bring the region name because we want to link that region. Last session we linked the customer name. Now we are going to link the region name. So let us drag that region name and drop it to the drill through field. Drag and drop this drill through field here. So now what will happen is when I go here, right click, drill through, it will come to this page. But I don't want it. I don't want this. Right click, drill through, I don't want. So first what we did is we dragged that region name and dropped into the drill through. Second, place the cursor on the empty area. Go to format your visual, page information, then allow users tooltip. Same thing what we did in the last session. Allow users tooltip. Now what will happen when I go to this page and I place the cursor on south region, you will get the south region chart. What are all the state-wise? Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir. So when I place the cursor on north region, it shows only the north region chart. Sorry, south region chart. So based on the region wise, your charts are updating here. So based on the selection here. What we did in the last session. So first to drag that region and dropped into the drill through. Second, place the cursor on empty area. Format your report page, page information, allow users tooltip. This should be on. If you want drill through, it should be off. If you want tooltip, this should be on. Now, before publishing this report, already I have hidden this customer details page. Now let me make a right click on this page also. State-wise, I am making a right click. Hide it. State-wise, I am making a right click and I am hiding this. These two pages I have hidden. Customer details I have hidden. State-wise also I have hidden. Two pages are hidden. This home page and top 10 is visible now. So now let me place the cursor on this home page. Let me place the cursor on the home page. Publish. Home tab. Publish. I'm going to publish this report. Publish. It will ask you to save this file. Of course, we have to save this. Save. We will publish into my workspace itself. We will publish into my workspace. I don't want to publish into your other workspaces. So let us publish it into my workspace. Select. So it will get published. If you have the same name, it will ask you to overwrite. So no problem, I will overwrite it. And it's publishing online now. You can see only 2 pages will be visible. Open this 06 Power Business Transaction PBIX in Power BI services. I click here. It goes to online Power BI services. You can see only 2 pages are visible here, the home page and top 10. The third and fourth page is not visible. How do we go to the third and fourth page? So top 10. When you want to see that state-wise report, here you have to place the cursor. So it shows that state-wise report here. You can see the state-wise report like a tooltip it shows here. But this one, customer details, I want to go means before publishing you have to make a right click. But since it was published, no need to make a right click. Place the cursor. Straight away you can see the drill through option will open here. Straight away there is a drill through. No need to right click also. So place the cursor here. Drill through. Customer details page. It shows only that customer details page here. Only that customer details page. Back. Straight away click on back. No need to hold the control key. If you are not published, you have to hold the control key. Since we have published it, no need to press control key. As I indicated, you can use any one of it. Either you can use drill through. So you can see here the drill through is activated. You can go for drill through. Here tooltip is activated. You can see only the tooltip. Here the drill through may not work. So either one. Either you can use the drill through or you can use that tooltip. Any one is possible. Both are not possible. As of now, even I think near future also it's not possible. Either you can do any one, either drill through or tooltip. Okay. Let us come back to my report, normal desktop, Power BI desktop. Whatever the visual you insert, from yesterday we have learned many visuals. Whatever the visual you have inserted, I never meant. I want you to insert one visual, particular visual. Please insert this visual in any one of the page. Any one of the page. We would have created hundreds of visuals, but when I present it, unfortunately, people will ask for the report which we have not created. Right? கஷ்டப்பட்டு ஒரு 100 report create பண்ணிப்போம். No one will ask for that 100 report. They will ask for a report which we have not at all created. So instantly, suddenly we want a report. For example, I want city-wise, what is the sum of total revenue? That report is not available in my data. There is no city-wise report here. I want to create a city-wise report. Instantly, immediately, we want to create a report. After publishing also. So, go to the visualization, build visual, row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sixth row, fourth one. Sixth row, fourth one. Q&A. Q&A. It's a AI tool. Now, Q&A, what you do is, 3 things should be there. One is, you should get internet. You should have the Wi-Fi. Second thing is, you have to know what are all the columns available in your data. Third one is basic simple English. Now I want sum of revenue by city wise. I want sum of revenue by city wise as a bar chart, as a column chart, as a line chart, as a pie chart, whatever. So let us type it here. What is your expectation? Just type it here. Sum of total revenue by city. I want sum of total revenue by city as what? As a bar chart, as a column chart, as a line chart, anything. For example, I'll type as a column chart. Enter. It will create a column chart for us. Very simple. If I said this yesterday morning, entire Power BI session would have been over. So AI. First insert that Q&A and type what you want. I want sum of revenue. I want sum of total revenue. And just typing what is my expectation. Revenue by what? Product name, by city name, whatever. And typing by city. As what you want. As a table, as a matrix, as a card, as a map, whatever.
Can we even change the color also? Tell it to show the gradient color.
That you have to do. That is not possible. As of now, it's not possible. So I want a bar chart. Yes. Okay. If you are not conversant with typing, actually, I am not good in typing. I am not good in typing. So what I will do is place the cursor here on your keyboard. Just use the shortcut key Windows H. Windows H. Windows H is the shortcut key. Just place the cursor on this Q&A and press Windows H. Just press Windows H. Sum of total revenue by city as a line chart. Yes. You can speak and you can create a report. One is you can type and create a report, then you can speak and you can create a report. Someone is asking the report, turn your laptop and tell what we want, create a report. Only the reports. Measure, there is a small tool called as quick measures. It will quickly create a measures. That we'll cover it in the second level of overview. Before that, you should understand what are all the measures available. Done? I don't know whether you are aware of it. What we discussed now, it's available in Excel also. This reporting, it's available in Excel. For example, let me open a Microsoft Excel. I'll open some file. Some file. File is having some good data. I don't have a better file. A business transaction itself. I'll go to that same file which we did. So you can place the cursor and you can see there is an option called as analyze data in Excel. Analyze data, and it will analyze and it will give you the data. You can ask that Q&A here. Same Q&A is available here. You can type and you can create a report. Same Windows H you can press and you can create a report in Excel also. You can see whatever I'm dictating, it's typing, but it's not a right one. Same process you can do it in Excel also. Instead of Q&A, you have to use this analyze data in Excel. Analyze data, type it here, what is your expectation, or Windows H, dictate and create a report. AI. Yes. We have not covered all the visuals. We have covered the important visuals. You tell me whether you need some other visual. If time permits, we have another 10 or 15 minutes. So if you want, we will try to cover some of the other visuals. If you want some other visuals here. Any other visuals you require here? Or any other questions, doubts, queries? Yes. There are so many other visuals. If I start, I will teach another 3 to 4 hours on visuals also. Just I'm asking what is your preferred visuals. If you are not satisfied with any one of the visuals, there are so many visuals, please explore it. Anyway, I will share you some course material, which visual, how to use each and every visual with the video also. It's available as a video.
Related to roadmap kind of thing.
Means milestone. Here we don't have it. Here we don't have it. But you can find it here in 3 dot. Go to 3 dot, get more visuals. Click on more visuals. Under this, there are so many other external visuals are available. Here you can search for your visuals. I don't know what is the visual you are asking is roadmap. Let me try. Gantt chart is different. We don't have a specific thing called as roadmap. Gantt chart is timeline, start date, end date, what is the resources to be used, what is the duration. So this Gantt chart is somewhat equivalent to project management. Start date, end date, task name, start date, end date. So see whether it's available here. If it is available, you can utilize it. And before utilizing, please check whether it's certified from my Power BI. If it is not certified, don't use it. Any visuals like this. For example, I want to draw a Pareto chart. You can see Pareto. When I type Pareto, there is a Pareto chart. For example, I will click on this Pareto. Before inserting the Pareto, check how it is. How the Pareto chart will work. Even you can see the sample. If you are okay with the sample, then add the sample. So this is how the Pareto will look like. This is how the Pareto will look like. I don't know whether you are aware of Pareto. Pareto is combo chart with 2 axes. One is bar chart, column chart. Another one is line chart with 2 axes. Left hand side there will be an axis. Right hand side there will be an axis. 2 axes with a combo. 80-20 rule. There is something called as Pareto. I think production, quality. Production people, quality people, they would have been aware of this Pareto. So if you know, you can download the sample. If you want, you can add the sample also. You can add the sample and you can create it. So there are some visuals available here. If you are not satisfied with the visual, then go to 3 dot and you can import that visual also here. Okay. It's okay, but it's a simple one. Let me try this. Like an index of a page. For example, I have 5 pages here. Actually, we have very less page. But okay, we'll try to do that. Maybe I have 4 or 5 pages. I want to make a column index for this, or like an index of a book. So 3 pages, it's okay. But suppose you have 20 pages. So I want my end user, they should not go to the home page straight away. They have to use a menu, like as I told, website. When you click on home, it should go to home page. When you click on contact us, it should go to the contact us page. So let me do this in a new page. I think latest version, it's very simple. I will explain it shorter. Maybe in second level, we'll see in depth of this. So go to the plus symbol here. Insert a new page. Go to the insert tab. Under insert tab, button. Under insert tab, go to button, navigator. Go to insert tab, button, navigator. Under navigator, straight away there is an option. In olden days, 1 year, 2 years before, we have to do some programming, we have to do some coding here. But here it's straight away available, page navigator. That's all. All the pages index was created here. So you can see home page, top 10, customer details, Q&A, all the whatever the page I have created, that's available here. This page 1 is not required. Page 1 is my current page. So that should be switched off. Or I don't like this page like this. I want my page should be displayed top to bottom. This is like a website. When I click this, it will work, but I don't want it. Top to bottom means select this navigator, page. This page 1 is not required. Page 1 is my current page. So page show, I'll switch off that page 1 because page 1 is not required in my navigator. The last one, grid layout. Go to grid layout. How do you want this layout? Horizontally or you want it vertically? We say vertical. So it looks like this. Either you can place it vertically, you can place it horizontally. But one thing you have to do, after creating the navigator, then only you can go out. Otherwise. Okay. So now, what is one more thing you have to do after the navigator? What will happen? How do we go to the home pages since we are not published? Could you tell me how can I go to the home page here if you are not published? If you have published it, you can click on home page, it automatically goes to the home page. If you click on top 10 customer, it automatically goes to top 10 customer. Since we are not published, you have to hold the control key and click on home. Then only it will go to that home page.
But once after publish, it will
Directly. We will see that. I will show you that. And one more thing you have to do it is, please insert this. Because I'm going from this here to home page. How can I come back again to the main page? So what you have to do it is, insert, button. There is a button called as back. There is a button called as back. This back button, insert it in all the pages. Insert, button, back. Or you can copy and paste also this back button. Control C, Control V. Sorry. Copy. Second page. Paste. Third page. It's already there in third page. No need for pasting. Fourth page. No need for pasting. Fifth page. Paste. So in all the pages, that back button should be visible. What will happen? If you go to the home, control key and click, it goes to the home page. To come back, control key and click this back button. And you do all the designing, your logo, heading, that all you decide it. And click on back, it comes back to the main page. But before publishing, what you have to do is, except this page 1, all the other pages, you have to hide it. Hide all the other pages except this page 1. Except the page 1. Anyway, it's a bigger chapter. Since he has asked, I am explaining it in a shorter way. So except all the other pages, hide it except the first this index page where we have created this navigator. Now publish it.
Sir, I hide this customer details and state-wise revenue. I'm not getting to navigate all the tiles.
Because you click here and go to the pages, and knowingly you would have removed this show hidden pages would have been off. If it is off, then that would have got removed here. So it should be on. Or one more thing you would have unknowingly did it is go to the show and see whether whatever you want to show that is selected. Either you would have switched off the hidden page or you would have switched off this. If you have switched off the hidden page, then it will not appear. Hidden page should be on. Or if you have hidden page should be on.
So only 3 pages are.
State-wise is a tooltip, so that will not appear because here the tooltip is not shown off. If you want to on that, switch on that. So even that state-wise also will appear. So that's your wish whether you want the tooltip page. Tooltip page means when you place the cursor, that report will be shown. When you place the cursor. Finally, let me publish it. Save. Let us see what will happen after publishing. I will publish in the same workspace. So you can see only one page will be there. This is how you have to present. Actually, this is how you have to present. If you have 20 pages, don't display all the 20 pages in one screen. No one will get interested. So you should create an index like this. Someone wants to see that customer-wise details, they can click and they can see that. You can see only one page is visible here. When I published, I am seeing only one page. That is the first page, index page. If you want to see the customer details, click on the customer details. You can see only that customer details. Back, it will come back. If you want to see the top 10 customers, click on top 10 customers. It will show only the top 10 customers. Back. They will think we have only one pages actually. There is only one page visible. Click here, home page. You can see the home page and you can click on back button. So it's very simple. So what you have to do it is just go to insert button. Under insert button, navigator. Select it and delete. Or delete that entire page. Everything will go off. As I told, creating is tougher, right? Deleting is easier. Okay. So I will share you the course material. This video, today video is not uploaded. I will try to upload the today videos also. Try to explore, try to practice. As I indicated yesterday, the training program is not completed today. The training program started today. Correct? From today, you have more work to be done. Practice it and come with more doubts, questions and queries. Okay. I'm just stopping that